All right, so I want to welcome you all to this very exciting webinar. I'm excited, and Hani will testify to that when he tells you how I reacted the first time I saw a demo of his software.
Best reaction ever. I wish I had it on camera.
Anyway, we're going to be talking today about how to repurpose your content, specifically audio and video content. It's one of the things that we all do, as we're creating content on a daily basis for our, social media sites and for our blog sites. It's like the biggest frustration is, how do I leverage that content? And that's where repurposing comes in. And for those of you who know me well, who've been following me for a long time, you know that I talk about repurposing all the time. I've done a lot of blog posts on it, and I'll put in a link to one at the end, if you're curious about other ways in addition to what we're going to be covering today. But I just want to make sure that it's clear about what, the definition of content repurposing is. And it's really the process of taking existing content you've already created and converting it into a new format. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking specifically around how to repurpose audios to video and vice versa. Mm-hmm. And that is huge because it's, in the past until today, it's taken a lot of time. Upload, download, move around, edit, upload again, move it around again. I mean, it just can take so long. And when we can cut the time on that, that is a huge benefit to us as entrepreneurs and content marketers. So my guest today is Hani Mourra. He's a dad, a softwarepreneur, and the creator of Repurpose and Simple Social Press. He's extremely passionate about creating automation software to help content creators automate the distribution of live videos and podcasts across multiple platforms, which enables you to grow your audience much faster. It helps you grow your list faster. And that's why we're here today. When Hani introduced me to this software, well, I guess first heard about it in December around there, and then got a demo of it last month, and I was just like, oh my God, I have to share this with all my repurposing peeps. Because I do have a group on Facebook who is specifically focused on repurposing our content, mostly written content, into other formats. So Hani, I want you to take it away. And I'm going to, because you're probably going to be sharing your screen at some point, so I'm going to make you I'm going to make you, if I can do this, make you the host for now, and so you can manage what we're going to be doing. So I'm so glad you're with us here today. Welcome. And I'm really looking forward to hearing more about the software.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you, Denise. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for taking your time to be here. So that long intro, basically, in short, I'm a geek and I'm lazy, and I build tools to help you get your content out there without you doing a lot of work. You do it once, and the tools help you distribute it everywhere. That's always been my goal. Not only lazy, obviously have a lot of time, don't have a lot of time and have a family. So everyone's in the same boat. No one has time to download videos, convert them to audios, and vice versa. So, okay, so let's step back. Why, we create content why do we create content? We create content to educate, to teach, to get people you build your brand, you build your name online. Now, what kind of content can you create? You can create, obviously, videos. We're all big fans of videos. Denise is a big fan of video. And then another popular platform is audios. That's podcasting. Podcasting is not a new thing. It's been around for a very long time, but just in the past few years, it's just been growing and growing in popularity. It's becoming more mainstream. Like when you mention podcast, people know what that is now. But before, they wouldn't know. You would think you're some really high-tech geeky person. What are you doing to listen to a podcast? But now it's becoming more and more mainstream. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the different types of content that we have in this presentation. But And then the kind of the third, I wouldn't say third, it's kind of a variant of video, is the live video, like what Facebook Live. Well, a couple of years ago, was a year and a half ago, was a platform called Blab, which I think Denise and I kind of met there through one of my softwares back then. But live video is becoming very, very easy. Very easy. You just flip your phone, click a button, and you're live to your audience, whether they're on Facebook, on YouTube, etc. So live video is still a form of video, but I like it because it's, you got to prepare in advance, but it's a lot easier because you don't have to do any editing. You just go live. You got to have your content prepared and go live. So I'm going to talk about Facebook Live. I'm going to focus on that. There's other platforms, but Facebook Live is probably, I would say, in my opinion, one of the most popular ones. So when you're creating content, and a lot of people have a big following or have fan pages that have followings on Facebook. So Facebook has made it super, super easy for you to get in front of that audience on video live with Facebook Live. First it was on your phone, and now there are a lot of tools out there. Plus Facebook itself now lets you just go live from your computer. So you don't need any extra software. So anyway, the point is it's super, super easy. And Facebook loves video. They love live video. They give you the exposure you want. Right? They give it in front of a lot of people, and it's an awesome way to interact with your audience. So now doing your videos on Facebook is awesome. It's great. You get that kind of big rush of viewers and attention. But one of I don't say the downside, but one of the disadvantages of Facebook is there's a lot of stuff going on Facebook. So you're up there for that day when you go live, and then a few days later, you're down the Facebook feed and someone else's video comes up. So how do we get that content to live longer? How do we get it to stay around longer so people can discover it and consume it? So two very critical ways to do that. One is to have it on your website. Have a copy of the video on your website so somebody can consume it later on your website, whether it's an existing person on your email list or somebody's finding your website or your blog on Google. And the other place is our favorite search engine, our favorite video search engine, YouTube. Right? I don't say you have to, but it's highly recommended to be on YouTube because YouTube is a search engine and people discover things all the time when they're looking for solutions. On Facebook, no one's on there searching for solutions. You're kind of usually on your phone, you're scrolling, you might stumble across something, but you're not actively searching. YouTube is owned by Google. When you're actively searching for something on Google or on YouTube, you want to be there as well for your audience. So those two, it's very important. I hate saying you need it. You don't need it, right? You can function with this Facebook Live, but it's really important to have your content live longer and live outside of Facebook as well. And then the third one I talked a little bit about is podcasting. Podcasting is awesome because people can, again, just from their phones, hook up their headphones and subscribe to you. And when someone subscribes to your podcast, it's magic. It's almost better than having an email list in a sense, because every time you publish a new episode, instantly their phone is going to be an alert on their phone and say, oh, Hani's got a new podcast episode. Click, and they can listen right away. So you don't have to send emails out. When a subscriber is actually subscribed to you on iTunes or on Google Play, which are the two top directories for podcasting right now, then you have a direct feed to tell them, direct connection to your listener to let them know when you have a new episode, which is awesome. Because everyone knows we get tons of emails, and emails are very important. Email lists are very important, but just to email somebody about a new podcast episode, it might not be on the priority list. But if they're in the car, like, what do I do? What do I listen to now? They open their phone and you're right there. Like, your next episode is right there. So podcasting is another awesome platform. So, there's a lot more things you can do, and you can get your content even further out. Now you can post things on Twitter and even video snippets on Twitter. But just to kind of keep this a little more contained and manageable, I just want you to keep thinking in the context of doing a Facebook Live, getting the content to your site so it lives longer there and people consume it on your site. It's very important for people to consume content on your site because there's less distractions. There's on YouTube or on other channels like Facebook, there's a million things going on, sidebars and stuff. So you want to focus people to consume it on your website. And then on YouTube, again, just for discoverability, to get people to discover your content. And with a link, you can have a link back to your website. So if I wish I was a little more prepared in terms of having a slide, but if you just imagine Facebook here, YouTube here, and your website here. And the whole goal is getting the content in front of your audience, and then getting the content on YouTube so it's discovered later, a different set of audience, and maybe a podcast along the same line up here. But all these have to link back to your site. It's very important to send people from all three channels down to your site. And the main reason is your email list. On these platforms, they cannot get on your email list, and it's very unlikely they will. Even if you do put a link to a page, they don't know you yet. At these platforms, they're discovering you. On your website is where they can see more content, read more blog posts, and then decide to take that next step in the relationship, which is leaving you their email address. So just if you were to visualize my hands here, you got your discovery platforms, Facebook, podcast, YouTube, and then your website's down here, and they all need to funnel the viewer or listener to your site to get on your email list.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, awesome. Any questions?
To me.
So far? Yeah, no, I just sometimes it's like you get a step back. I'm like, why are we doing all this content? We just feel like we're running and making content, but what's the game plan? Like, why are we doing it?
Right. And the thing is that we need to use those other platforms in order to reach more people, because only a fraction of the people who are working online or spending time online, only a fraction of those people really know about our website.
Right.
I mean, you might have a huge audience, but also there's even more. So what are there, like 1 billion people on YouTube or something? I don't know. Or that we know there's over 1 billion users of Facebook, and YouTube is the second largest search engine. So why wouldn't you want to get any content that you have created, in front of a bigger audience so they can find you easier?
Okay. That's so true. That's exactly, you nailed it. Like, discoverability, and there's a whole world of people, especially with podcasting. Like, I've been very involved in podcasting the past couple of years, and it's a whole set of, so it's a new audience you never tapped into before, because some people prefer to consume content, audio content. It's just easier. They're on the road a lot, or they're walking their dog, they're doing their dishes. I listen to podcasts doing all three. I mean, I don't have a dog, but when I'm exercising or I go to the gym, my wife thinks I'm nuts, but I don't listen to music. I listen to podcasts.
Right.
She's like, how do you focus on the gym? I just get so engaged. They're right in your ear. And there's something about being in someone's ear, like it deepens that relationship a little. You feel like you know the person after a couple episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like I know the person who I'm listening to the podcast. So podcasts, YouTube, Facebook Live, different types of audiences. You kind of get your stuff discovered and drive them back to your site. So how do we do that? So how do we do that without having to hire a team or having to spend hours and hours?
Yeah.
Copying, pasting, creating new pages on your site, all that good stuff, downloading the video, audio, converting it, tools, blah, 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 Mac, PC, how do we do that? That's where my laziness kind of comes to my advantage.
That's where you come in, honey.
That's where I come in. I'm the lazy guy. So, and all kidding aside, like this stuff takes time, and I've always thought if there's a way to automate it. People get scared of the word automated because they think, oh, it's not personal. I'm like, it's a bot that's sending. We're automating not the connections and the personal side of the conversation. We're just automating the manual work, the downloading of the videos and uploading them again. And so that's what I'd like to show you guys. I have a couple of tools that I've been working on. One has been around for about a year now, and one is fresh, really, really fresh. And the whole purpose is getting exactly what we talked about, getting that content automatically sent from your Facebook Live to your WordPress site. And this one is specifically for WordPress users. And the other tool I'm going to show you guys is how to do a Facebook Live and have it go to YouTube automatically, and even have it converted to an audio and sent to something like a Dropbox, for example. So if you want to edit it into a podcast, you can do that as well. So how does that sound? That sound pretty good? I know Denise's reaction. You've seen this, obviously, you're using it, but
yes.
I'm curious if anybody's got any questions or thoughts, or before I jump right into the fun stuff.
I think you should just jump in.
Jump right in. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. And
I'll just say that I was, while you're getting there, I was at a conference or a workshop this past weekend, or last week, and one of the challenges at lunchtime was to do a video. And so I did a Facebook Live video on my Facebook page. And, I forgot that I have this automation set up. And it was like 2 minutes later, I got an email like, your video's on YouTube. I was like, oh, right. I did that. So, there you go. So this is what you're going to see happen.
Yeah, all the tools are meant to be automated. You set them up once, and you can customize what you want to see. So I'm just going to jump right in. So there's 2 tools. If you're a WordPress user, how many people are using WordPress here? How many people have a WordPress site that's their website or their main blog is WordPress based?
Okay, I'm seeing I do. You can just type it in the comments in the chat box.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least one person does.
At least one person, 2 people. WordPress, yes.
I think most of the people I'm working with do.
Awesome.
Okay.
It's definitely, in my opinion, one of the easiest platforms to work with. So this tool I'm going to show you is called Simple Social Press. Social is just another word. Well, we can't use Facebook in trademark name in our plugin. So Simple Social Press is a WordPress plugin. So it means you have to have a WordPress site, and it will. The whole purpose of this plugin is going to do 2 things. It's going to be your virtual assistant. So every time you go live and you're done the live broadcast, within a few minutes, within the hour at the most, it's going to go in, make a new blog post for you, add the video. It's going to embed the video you just did, and the coolest part, I think, it's going to take all the comments. Usually Facebook Lives are awesome because you get a lot of engagement, a lot of people commenting. So you're going to get all the comments, and they're going to be added to your WordPress site as regular WordPress comments. Now, what that means in the search engine's eyes, you're like the golden child, because you have a blog post that instantly has a video, which has longer engagement than a regular blog post, and longer engagement is better for SEO purposes. And you have this blog post that has 10, 20, 30, 50 comments right there. Like, how many times have you made a blog post, myself included, when you make a blog post and you get your first comment and you're super excited, like, oh, I got a comment, and then you reply back. That happens to me a lot. So I'm like, and comments are very, very important. They're social proof for readers, but also social proof for search engines as well. It's just another sign. It's not the only factor, but it is a contributor for search engine optimization.
And as we know, people are rarely commenting on blog posts anymore. The comments have really dropped off on blog posts. So to have comments that you received on Facebook, imported into your blog posts that are automatically populated, that really is a big benefit.
Yes, and it's automatic, and it's always updating. So as the more comments you get, next day you get more comments on Facebook, the plugin will automatically update these comments. So you're going to be constantly getting a fresh stream of comments as you get more comments on Facebook. Okay, enough talking. Let's do some clicking.
Okay.
All right, so this is a WordPress plugin. I'm not going to show you how to install it, but basically, just like any other plugin, you download the file. It's a zip file. You go to the plugin section here, and you add new plugin. Once you install it, activate it, all that good stuff, you're going to see something called Simple Social Press. And the first step you got to do is connect your Facebook, so that you're telling the plugin, I'm authorizing you to see all my videos. We can't post, the plugin won't post on your behalf. It just wants to see a list of your videos. So it's kind of a 2-step process. You have to copy this code. I'm just going to refresh the page because this code changes. Yeah, so I'm going to copy this code and then click the button, say connect with Facebook. It's going to pop over here. I'm just going to paste that code. This is a one-time thing. This just lets you just give it permission. You're giving the plugin permission to access your videos. And hit continue. and in a couple seconds, we're connected. I'm going to try to move this a little bit out of the way. Okay. So I just showed you profile pic just to make sure. Oops. Oops. Okay. I'm just going to hide the videos for a minute. So it shows your profile picture. Make sure you're connected. So this is just your account. It has nothing to do with pages or groups or anything. Just your Facebook account. Now, here's the cool part. There's a whole bunch of settings. You can really customize this. You can really do some cool stuff. I'm not going to bore you with those details. We have a manual that'll cover all this stuff, but super simple to get started. You got to make a few decisions in the beginning, and then the rest you can go back and customize. First things first, you want to choose which videos you want to bring into your blog. And when you click this button, it shows you all your pages, shows you all your groups, and it shows you the option for choosing a personal profile. So you can import videos from a Facebook page, your personal Facebook, or Facebook groups. Now, just a bit of a warning: if they're private groups, unfortunately, Facebook won't let you. It lets you embed the video, but not everyone can see it unless they're part of your group. So that's just a little glitch on Facebook's. Not a glitch; it's just a rule on Facebook's side. So you choose the group. I'm going to choose my test group for the purpose of this demo. You can choose to have these blog posts published like live automatically, or you can leave them as drafts so that you can edit the content later and add more stuff to it if you wanted to. So I'm just gonna set it to auto publish. Doesn't matter. It's just my test site. I'm gonna choose which videos. You can import all videos. I'm just gonna import them all for now. And just cool. If you're doing stuff outside of Facebook Live, you can do all videos, but most people use it for Facebook Live. Excuse me. And don't worry about the rest of the stuff. The only thing, if you want to keep your site organized, you have different categories you can assign to within your site. But that's it. Like, let's skip through. I'll go back and show you some of the other cool stuff, but I just want to really show you how simple it is. It's going to go here and say import new videos now. And oops, it said I've already imported this. Okay, I should have been more prepared for this. I thought I did that already. Okay, let me go back to here and just trash this. Sorry about that. I thought I emptied this because I've already imported my post, so it's just telling me. So it prevents any duplication. So if you already have a post, it's not going to import it. Okay, let's try that again and say import new videos. Just like that. A few seconds, you have one new Facebook post added. Now, what does it look like? I've imported it to my Facebook Live category. And these are from previous videos from other channels, but here's what's cool. You have your title and description, all that good stuff, but all these comments, these are all the comments on my site, on my Facebook page, a Facebook video that got imported automatically into my WordPress site. So what does the actual video look like? I just view one of these. Here we go. It pulls in the title from your Facebook and embeds the video. And Facebook's cool because it tells you how many views you've had on this video. And actually, yeah, it shows you how many views. There's an option to show more stuff, like how many shares and stuff, but it shows you how many views. And then here's where it gets exciting. You have the option to customize the buttons below the video. So you can have people connect on Facebook or share or send people to a product page, anywhere you want. You can decide, you can have these custom buttons, up to 6 custom buttons, send people where you want.
Oh, wow, 6. That's cool.
Yeah, and the cool thing is your visitor's eyes are here. They're watching this video. Right? So you're going to have a call to action to take some kind of action right here below the video, which is very important. And the next thing is your email opt-in box. So it automatically adds an email opt-in box below every video. And it's fully compatible with GetResponse, Aweber, MailChimp, Infusionsoft. It's very simple. You just copy the code from there and you paste it into our plugin. One-time thing. And then every single time we make a blog post for you, we're going to add the email opt-in for you.
That is like gold right there. And we haven't even gotten to the repurposing part.
Yes. So this is, just to recap, to avoid any confusion, this is Facebook Live right to your WordPress site. Super easy. And then that's it. I can never have to log into my WordPress site again. And Going forward, every time I go live, it's just going to come to my site automatically. You don't even need to worry about it. I don't want to get into too much detail because that's not really the main focus of this webinar, but I want to show you this is just one of the tools that we have available now that's super, super easy to set up, and it's fully automated once you set it up once.
And it's a good companion to the repurposing piece that we're going to be looking at. And I just want to just state here that how important this is, that if you are doing some kind of show with Facebook Live, for example, this is really where I see the power of it, that your show can be automatically, like as soon as it's done, it's published on your blog. Now, if you're just doing, casual stuff and it's, where you're having breakfast and that sort of thing, what I would recommend that you do instead is not have them published automatically, but you can have them published as drafts.
Yeah.
And then you can go in and decide which ones you want to publish live.
Actually, we have a really cool feature. It's pretty new.
Okay.
You can add filters based on hashtags. So you can say only import certain videos that have a hashtag,
Perfect. There you go.
Or exclude videos. So you can totally customize that. So that it doesn't import all your videos. It imports based on hashtags or based on date if you want, like on a specific date or later. So yeah, that's a great point though, because sometimes you're doing fun family videos and you don't want them to go on your site. Yeah. That's why we added the hashtag filtering here. So you can have it exclude these hashtags or only import these hashtags.
Okay, so that's perfect. So if you're doing a show and you have a hashtag for your show, then you may then include the hashtag for your show, and then only those will get posted automatically. Can you imagine? I mean, just think about how much time you've just saved. That's right there where I want you to start thinking about this.
Yes, and then once you set it up, never have to log into your site again. Like if you turn on the auto publish, you never have to log into your site. You go live and it's just going to, within the hour, it's going to be on your site. It doesn't get easier. It doesn't get any easier. Right. And then the comments are just just an extra boost from SEO perspective. You're going to have all these comments on your site automatically.
Okay, so
this is repurposing Facebook Lives as blog posts on your site.
So that's number one. Repurposing your Facebook Live to your blog post.
I see the question. I want to see if anybody's got a question before we jump in. Can you back into your post and add additional notes? Absolutely. Yeah. So even when it's live, it's just a regular blog post. Just like any other blog post on your site, you can go in and just edit it and, work your magic. So if you know you're going to edit it, you can set it as not to go live, let it go as a draft, add your content, images if you want to like really beef it up, and then hit publish when you're ready. Absolutely.
And when Blab was around, there was Hani had also created one specifically for a similar plugin for Blab, and I would just post everything as a draft, and then I'd go in and add all my fancy stuff to it. And but the thing is that one piece created so much more free time, because I didn't have to be fooling around with it. So that's a big piece here. So
and it sends you an email if you have it. It can send you an email, say, hey, there's a new draft ready for you. Click here, edit your content and hit publish. So it lets you know when a new draft is ready as well, if you decide to leave things in draft. And those are great questions.
Yeah. Okay, so awesome. That's repurpose number one.
Number one. Okay, now repurpose number two. Now this is, I don't know. I'm a geek, so I get excited, like really excited. And then when I was talking to Denise about a month ago, her reaction was just priceless. It was just I could just hear her jaw drop to the floor.
I think I screamed actually.
Yes. It was the best reaction ever. So. Well, it's awesome to get your content on your site. You need to get your content on your site. It lives longer on your site. You have an email opt-in box on your site. That's awesome. But how do you get more reach? We talked about getting your content on YouTube and on podcasts. So this is what I want to show. This new tool It's literally new. Like it's been available to the public about a month. It's been around for early founder. Denise was one of the founding members. She invested early on and been really helping shape the product to make it better from content creators' perspective. It's been around for months, but people have started really using it in the past 3 weeks or so. So this is fresh, but it's got hours and hours of usage. And the whole purpose is, instead of sending content to your site, it takes your Facebook lives, and if you have a podcast, it takes your podcast and it helps convert and distribute to other platforms like YouTube. So this is going across different platforms.
Yeah. And once Hani shows you, I'll tell you what made me give the hugest shout. I probably broke his eardrums. So.
Okay, where should we start? I think a lot of people here, actually I never asked this question. Is anybody actually podcasting right now? Does anybody have a live podcast?
I know a couple of people have podcasts.
Okay.
So if you want to type into the chat, Twee has a pub.
Oh,
yep.
This morning. Awesome. No. Okay. So.
But maybe this will convince them to.
Maybe. So I'm going to do the Facebook Live. Love to start one. I like that. Yes. So I'm going to do the Facebook Live, show off how to get your Facebook Live videos directly to YouTube with seconds, literally seconds with 1 or 2 clicks. So I'm going to focus on that in the first part, and then I'm going to show what powerful things you can do with your podcast if you already have one. So let's start. So this app is not WordPress based. It's called Repurpose, and you log into it just like your Gmail. It's an online software, so it's not a WordPress plugin. It doesn't need WordPress. If you don't have you don't even need a website. If you don't have a website, you can still take advantage of this tool. So you log into your account, and first thing you want to do is add your connections. So connections are the whole purpose of this tool is to make rules. You say, when this happens, then do this. When that happens, then do that. So before we get started into the rules, we have to add our channels. So I'm going to add.
If you've used IFFT, if this, then that, then this has a similar functionality. You add your channels, then you create recipes. So in this case, we're creating rules.
Right. And the cool thing is, this is not like sharing your Facebook videos to Twitter or stuff like that. It's actually taking your content and uploading it as native content to other channels. So that's the power. Just keep that in mind. It's not another social sharing tool that's posting on your behalf on Facebook and stuff. It's taking the actual video or the audio and it's doing something with it and uploading it as another native audio or video to another platform. So just keep that in mind as I'm going through the demo here. So let's just keep things very simple. I'm going to add a Facebook. I'm going to publish my Facebook Live to YouTube. I'm going to show you how simple that is. So I'm going to add my connection. Same kind of same kind of deal as before. This is my Facebook account. I've already authorized it, so it kind of got approved right away. But normally a pop-up comes up and you say, I accept, that I'm allowing access to my videos. And you say done. So this is not your page or anything. This is just your main account. And in the next step, you can select which page or which group you want to publish from. So I got my Facebook, and the next thing I'm going to hook up my YouTube. So you give it any name you want. This is just a name so you can identify it later. It's not linked to the software anyway, just for you to identify. And again, same kind of deal. It's going to pop up. It's going to ask for your permission. And you say, okay, and done. So we have an input and an output. Facebook in, YouTube out. I'm going to stop right there and get to the fun part. I'm going to just back to the dashboard. So what we call a repurpose is just a rule, a workflow, a recipe, whatever you want to call it. You define what's in, what the action is, and what's out. Oh, let's get started. So I'm going to give it a name. Again, it's just for me. So I'm going to say Hani's Facebook to YouTube. Whatever name you like. And the first question is, what's your input? And do I want to publish my Facebook Lives or Facebook videos, regular videos? I'm going to do Facebook Lives.
Okay, so let's just articulate the difference. So Facebook Live obviously is something that you're recording live in real time on Facebook. A Facebook video is one that you've uploaded natively to Facebook. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct.
Okay,
yes.
Just so you guys know the difference. One's live and one's not live.
Right. Yeah. And so the live video, it's not going to do anything until the broadcast is over. Just keep that in mind as well. It's not going to stream it while you're broadcasting or anything. It's just going to take the replay, the live video replay, and do its magic.
Right.
So Facebook Live, and if you have multiple accounts, I think we only support one account right now. So you choose your connection that we just set up in step number 1. And here's the fun part. You could choose your profile, group, or page. I'm going to go to group. And then you're going to choose, it's going to give you a list of all your groups. And I'm going to choose this group here. So if you're an admin to a group, you don't have to be the actual owner. As long as you're an administrator to that group, you have access to that group and you can publish the videos to it. From it, not to it, from this group. So This is not my group, but I'm an administrator. So hit continue. Now, what's the action? What am I doing? Am I converting this video to audio? Not right now. I'm going to show you that after, but I'm going to just upload that video straight up. Take that video, upload it straight to my YouTube. So I'm taking my YouTube channel. Now this is cool because if you have playlists set up, they all show up here. Now playlists are just something you add on YouTube, just kind of organize your content on YouTube. But if you don't have a playlist or you want to create a new one, you can just do it. You can do it right here. You can say, click a button, boom. I've just created a brand new playlist on YouTube and now it's set up right here. So I can just go and say, submit.
That makes them very easy to find. If you have a lot of videos on your YouTube channel, or even if you're just starting out, I recommend that you create a playlist specifically for your Facebook Live videos. You can always move them to another playlist later based on the topic, but at least start there.
Yes, and then playlists are nice because once you're done one, it will jump to the next,
Right.
I believe that's how YouTube works. It will actually play the next item in the playlist. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, no, it does. Yep.
Okay, so our rule is set up. I'm not going to touch this button yet. I'm going to show you that later. So right off the bat, without changing anything, I can just go to view episodes and bam, I see every single Facebook Live replay that I've done or video I've done and the date that it was published. And just to show it for pure simplicity, I'm just going to hit publish on this one. I'm just going to hit publish. And this video is pretty short, so it shouldn't take very long. And what happens is I just told the software, all right, put this in the queue and you take care of it. You get this video to YouTube, to that playlist. I'm done. I can walk away, go have a coffee, and within a few minutes, it will be live on YouTube. So now it's already processing. It's working its magic. And it's literally as simple as that to publish, pick and choose the episodes, hit publish, publish, publish. That's great. That's awesome. Now, that's powerful, very powerful. But I'm just going to show you something even more powerful. Let me go back here, and I'm going to go into this gear icon really quick and show you some of the things you can set up. And one of the most important things you want to set up, just like the plugin, you can ignore hashtags or only import certain hashtags, filter based on date and all that good stuff. This here, these two are very, very powerful. YouTube lets you add a clickable link in the description of your video right below. And usually when you watch a video, the first 2 lines of a description are visible without somebody having to click see more to see the rest of it. So you have this prime real estate. The first 2 lines of your description are prime real estate for somebody who's watching your video to take some kind of action. So we made it super easy. So you can have your call to action right here. You can say subscribe to my newsletter. You want to be more specific, but just for the purpose of this demo, you can say subscribe to my newsletter, visit my blog, whatever you want to, whatever call to action.
Subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel. I mean, building an audience.
Do that, yeah. I'd like to recommend people, this is your opportunity to send people to your website.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or to an opt-in page, some kind of opt-in page, because you want to get them on your email list. So, and then this is just a custom link that you can send to, anywhere you want. Now, every single video that we publish using Repurpose will automatically add this call to action and this link below. You don't have to, you set it once and you don't have to worry about it ever again. So powerful. And then you can add certain keywords. If you're, familiar with, optimization on YouTube, you can add certain keywords like, let's say I'm on business videos or, video marketing, whatever keywords you want to show up on YouTube, you can enter them here. And another cool feature is if you take the time to upload a custom thumbnail to Facebook, Facebook lets you upload a custom, like a preview image for your videos when you go live. If you have that and it's branded to your brand, you can turn this feature on, and it will also upload that image to YouTube, so that becomes your thumbnail on YouTube as well.
Excellent.
Pretty important.
That's new. I don't remember seeing that before.
Yeah, that's a request. That was a recent request. That's cool because YouTube just grabs your funny face and catches you in the most awkward moment, and it's not your thumbnail, right? So if you take the time to design on Facebook while you're doing your Facebook Live, it automatically gets pulled into YouTube as well. I'm just gonna hit save here. Okay, now let's just go back here really quick. View episodes. Okay, well, actually we're done. We're actually done. So it gives you once the episode is finished, it's published, it's done. It gives you a link to YouTube. Click on it, and it takes you right to that video. That's not me. That's a good buddy of mine, Mark. Yeah, so I published this episode before setting my call to action link. That's why it's not here, but normally you would see it right here as, the clickable link that we showed. And that's it. You have a video on YouTube.
And that took like what? How long have we been doing this? Like 3 minutes?
Yeah, not even. I mean, this is a relatively short, just to be perfectly, honest, this was a very short video, a few minutes long.
Okay, but still, it's faster than downloading it from Facebook.
Yes.
If you can find the download link, they hide it. I mean, it's there, but it's not the easiest link to find. And then uploading, then saving that in your, on your computer, and then uploading it to YouTube. Believe me, it takes much longer than that, no matter how long the video is.
Just to download the video, it might take you 3 minutes to even find the link. It'll take you 3 minutes to find the link to download.
Exactly.
But that's all awesome and super cool. But this is gonna really this blows my mind here. So I'm gonna go back and say, all right, this is again, every app I have my favorite button, and in the Repurpose app, this online software, this is my absolute favorite button.
Okay.
I just click this button. Now
auto.
If I go back here, it has queued up every single episode, every single Facebook Live I've done. It's put it in the queue to go to YouTube. It's going to put the custom link. It's going to upload the custom thumbnail. Whatever settings I decided, it's going to do all that. I can go to bed and wake up the next morning, or go grab my coffee. A few hours later, I'll have a YouTube channel filled with 20, 30 videos. And I don't have to do
I still feel excited about this, and I've even done it.
and then you go live tomorrow, and you don't even need to log in here anymore. You go live tomorrow on Facebook, and
it just does it.
It just shows up on YouTube. It just shows up, and you set it. You set the rules. You configure it. You do a test publish like I did, and you like the results. Make sure everything looks good. And you're done. You're done. You never have to even come to this app ever again. And just the hours there. You don't have to even think about it. It's just going to show up there. It's so, I don't know. I'm a bit of a geek, so I get excited about these things. But just the amount of time you save is crazy. You can't even quantify how much time you're saving.
No, you can't. And excuse me. So that's our second one, Facebook Live to YouTube. Now, you can set up multiple of these rules, because if you have videos that you've uploaded to YouTube, so they're recorded videos that you've, not to YouTube, to Facebook, that's a whole new, that's a new rule that you can set up, so it can pull everything that was pre-recorded that you uploaded to Facebook before there was Facebook Live. All of that can be moved over.
I'm going to tell you something crazy. I'm going to tell you something that most video marketers will think I'm nuts. I'm going to say, going forward, never upload your videos to YouTube directly. You know why? You know why? With Repurpose, you can make Facebook your go-to uploading place. So you can upload your video to, forget about YouTube. You upload to Facebook as a native video to Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Then Repurpose will take that video and push that to YouTube for you.
Exactly.
You have the content twice on two different sites that both love native videos that you're uploading. You're getting the content on two different sites and doing the work once.
Yes.
If you go to YouTube first, we can't. YouTube doesn't let you take videos off of it. So I'm saying, forget YouTube. You go direct to Facebook and let Facebook take care. Let Repurpose take care of sending that to YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
It's great. It's a whole new way of approaching video now. Like
right.
Before, every person you talk to, upload the video. You got to be on YouTube. You got to be in. And I totally agree. You have to be on YouTube. But then they say, oh, Facebook loves native video. But I'm not going to upload the video twice.
Right.
It's going to cost me time. It's going to cost me internet bandwidth. It's going to, I got better things to do to upload the same video twice. So I'm saying, forget that. You make a rule here that says, take all my Facebook videos and send them to YouTube. And I never have to worry about it. So I'm going to choose Facebook videos this time.
All right. So those were uploaded to
yes. So
to Facebook.
Yeah. A regular video you upload, you set the title, you put the thumbnail, just like you upload to YouTube, but you upload it onto Facebook. And then you just forget it. And then you can have a whole new playlist for whatever topic you want.
Exactly. So so Barbara asked, can you remove a video that shows on YouTube? Of course, you can always delete your videos once they're uploaded, but you can also set it up in your settings that it uploads as unlisted.
Oh, yes.
Because that's what, the very first time I did that, I was like, it just went on there and I was like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't one I wanted. Yes. And so I switched my settings to unlisted, and then I can go back over to YouTube and decide if I want it or is it worthy of being on YouTube? That's kind of how I look at it. But at least it was there. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to run it through my own computer bandwidth, because that's the other thing that you explained to me, Hani, is that this goes through your mega servers.
Yeah, this is going through our servers.
It doesn't touch your computer.
Yes. You don't have to worry about, I'm going to run out of internet bandwidth, or it's going to slow down while I'm, streaming my Netflix. It's not going to your house. It's not touching your computer. It's going straight from our servers, from Facebook servers to our servers to YouTube servers. So it's never touching your computer. And, if you accidentally hit the auto button and you change your mind, you just cancel it. And it'll basically unqueue everything that hasn't been published or hasn't been started processing yet. So, don't be afraid of this auto button. I always recommend publishing first, make sure it looks good, and then turning on the auto, and you can always, go back to manual anytime, no worries. And that unlisted feature is right here. It's great. I'm glad you mentioned it. So the privacy setting, you can set it to unlisted or private. So, you can decide that, one of the cool ways I like to use hashtags. I can say this hashtag, if it has this hashtag, then do this. Make it unlisted and go to this YouTube playlist. So you can really fine tune it. You can have different playlists for different types of videos, for different hashtags. You can have a different playlist.
So you can have multiple, rules for every, you could get really specific about your rules rather than just send everything. It can be very specific if you have a lot of playlists. So if I was doing, I have one on visibility tips. So if I do a Facebook Live on visibility tips, if I had already set up a rule, anything with hashtag visibility tip, then it would go into that playlist automatically. And that again saves me time and energy.
Yes, you don't have to think about it, and you can have as many rules as you want. Let me get a question here before I jump in.
Oh, Tweed has another interview. So.
Oh, I see.
Bye, Tweed.
So, really cool Facebook Live and Facebook videos to YouTube. Well, now what else can we do? Right now, you start asking, what else can we do? We also support podcasts, Google Drive, and Dropbox. Now I'm gonna add my Dropbox really quick here and show you another cool example if you're thinking about podcasting. Now imagine this. Let's hopefully have the right password. Okay, I'm not a robot. Yes, I'm not a robot. I don't know how to remember my password. Okay, I'm just gonna add Google Drive.
I know, I don't remember. All that stuff's automated.
Yeah, everything is saved, but I'm using a different browser. Okay, so I'm going to add my Google Drive, but you can add your Dropbox. And I'm also going to add my podcast while I'm here as well. And I'll show you that after. And for the podcast, it just needs for those who are podcasting, it just needs what's called a podcast feed that your podcast host will provide for you. So you just copy and paste it into here. Oops, that's not it. That's it. Okay, so back to the dashboard. I'm going to make a new rule now that says, you know what, take all my Facebook Lives and I'm going to just give it a name here, to audio. I'm going to ask it to convert it to an audio for me. So if I decide I want to repurpose some of my episodes into a podcast, I can have an MP3 file just show up on my Dropbox, which can be synced to your computer. So it'll show up on your computer automatically every time I go live, if I use the right rules and stuff. So it's super, super powerful. If you're thinking of doing a podcast or thinking of interviewing people on Facebook Live and then using that interview as a podcast, you can set that up super, super easily. Same kind of deal. You can do it from a group, from a page. I'm going to just use that same page again. And then this time, the action is convert video to audio. And I'm going to choose my Google Drive, or if I've added my Dropbox, it'll show me my Dropbox.
I just love this.
And I'm going to I'm just going to leave it there. Hopefully that works. And submit. Now, same kind of deal. I'm just going to go here and just hit publish and let it do its thing here. So it takes about a few seconds, depending how many people. Like, we have multiple servers running, and the more we grow, the more servers we're going to keep adding, so you don't have to worry about it. And we always give priority to newer episodes. So, obviously people who are publishing a new episode, they want that to go to YouTube right away. If someone's publishing an episode 5 years old, there'll be slightly less priority. So, you don't have to feel like it's going to be a massive queue, because it hasn't been. And boom, it's done. It's done.
All right. So it's already done. What was that? Done. Like a minute and a half?
Yeah. So if I go to my Dropbox, hopefully there's nothing private in this Dropbox. Let's forget to check that.
And there it is at the top.
Oh, it is on the top. Where did I miss it? Yeah, looking ahead.
Oh, there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can just open that file up, and there it is.
So now the video has been, the Facebook Live, that's number 3.
Yeah.
Facebook Live is now an MP3 that's saved to Google Drive.
Yeah, or Dropbox. It just shows up there.
Right, wherever your storage unit of choice is, your cloud storage.
Super easy. Same thing. I can turn on the auto switch, and then every time I go live, it's going to show up there.
So I make sure to I have a rule that my Facebook Live videos get saved to Dropbox, into a specific folder in Dropbox.
Yeah.
So that I make sure I don't lose that video.
Exactly. Yeah. You can just almost like a backup,
right.
Set up like a backup.
Well, that's exactly what it is. It's a backup.
Yeah.
And I recommend anytime you shoot a video, if it's live on Facebook, that you save a backup. So normally what you would have to do is go in and find that download link somewhere, that option somewhere on Facebook Live, and, download it. And it takes time to download. Here, you can automate it.
Yes. And now a few of you said you have podcasts already. Anyone still here who has I don't want to demo it. It's super cool. I love it. But if no one has a podcast, they won't appreciate how awesome.
Oh, that's true. Who's podcasting? And our podcaster had to leave, so.
Yeah, so I thought.
Yeah, because.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Please tell us. Okay, I'll tell you. No worry. I'd love it. I get excited about this feature, probably just as excited.
Okay, Elizabeth wants you to show, so.
Okay.
And Barbara's planning on podcasting.
Okay, so let's do this really, really quick. So podcasting, probably the most common form is audio. You can do a video podcast, but I always recommend audio because audio is easier to consume when you're on the road. And a lot of people, like you have your YouTube channel and your Facebook Live for your video content. So audio podcast, awesome. You do a podcast. Now, search YouTube is a powerful search engine. How do we get an audio podcast onto YouTube? Well, you can't. They won't let you upload an audio file. So the only way is to convert it into a video. Now, I don't know how many people have played around with Windows Movie Maker or any of those softwares to try to put an image and get the MP3 file and overlay it, and it just looks like not very
It's a
nice.
pain in the neck.
That's the pain. Yes, super pain. Now, watch this. I don't know. I have a lot of podcasting. I've been very involved in the podcasting space, so this really gets me excited. I'm going to make a new repurpose, a new workflow, and say take all my podcasts and send them to YouTube as a video. So I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to choose my audio podcast, and I've connected my podcast earlier, so I'm going to choose my podcast from the list. You can have multiple podcasts here. Say continue, and this time I'm going to say convert the audio into a video and send that video to my YouTube channel. Okay, so we just took an audio, we said convert it to a video, and send it to YouTube. So if I click here, these are all my episodes. This is my podcast feed, and it's only a test podcast, so don't try to listen to it.
That's a lot of episodes for a test.
Yeah, I'm playing around with testing the software. But anyway, all the episodes with podcasting, you can upload like a custom image for each episode as well. So if you have a guest on your show, you can have their image show up. Mm-hmm. Now, watch this. I'm going to let's pick this episode here and just hit publish. Okay. Same kind of deal. It takes a few seconds. It's getting itself in the queue. And what comes out is pretty.
This is the one
cool.
This is the one I screamed on.
It's so, I don't know. I think it's very awesome.
Yes.
I get excited about this stuff. So anyway, I'm going to refresh really quick. It's in processing. This is a short little test episode, so it shouldn't take long, maybe a minute or two. But one thing about podcasts is on YouTube, you want to get people engaged in your podcast, putting a static image is not usually enough, right? Because people, YouTube's videos are dynamic, they're moving. So one thing we made sure is that these videos are not static images. They're actually it's done already. Let me just show you. I'll just shut up and I'll just show you. So it's done. It's a short episode, a few minutes long. I'm going to click the view button here and let's see what it looks like. Boom.
And now it's on video.
Now it's on video. It's dynamic. There's this animated waveform that comes up. The episode title got pulled in automatically and embedded into your image. Now, cover art, like the artwork that you've uploaded, if you had a guest, it will automatically show up, and you didn't have to lift a finger. You got the call to action down here, the clickable link, all the same settings I showed you earlier with the Facebook. You have them here as well. And we have 6 different templates to choose from. So how powerful is this? I can go back and just say go and just show you.
Okay, I just have to tell you, because this got me, that I was just like shouting when I saw this happen, because we did a demo and we used my Adventures in Visibility show. So that was created as a video, but I also would strip the audio and put it on SoundCloud so I could have a podcast. So now, of course, I wouldn't have to go through that whole process. But so it was like, okay, well, let's see the audio now put on to YouTube. So I would have a video of the of the show and an audio as a video of the show. I mean, it's kind of duplicating, but it's two different formats. Mm-hmm. And I have like 45 episodes that I'd done over a couple of years of that. That was on SoundCloud. So those are MP3 files on SoundCloud. And when we did this, and like all 43 were published as videos, like within 10 minutes, I was in shock. Literally, I was in shock. I had 43 new videos on my YouTube channel.
Yeah. And again, you publish a new episode next week, a new podcast episode to your podcast feed and your podcast host, just like you normally do.
Yep.
It shows up on YouTube under whatever playlist you want. And it's really, really cool because we have 6 different templates, and every video is going to be different. Like every video will have the episode title like as part of the image. It's not like the same image in every single episode. This will change. The image will change. The title will change. And we have 6 different templates to choose from. You can like preview any of these templates. It looks something like this, for example. The image will be here. The title will be here. But if you have your own brand, you can upload your own image. And I want to show you this. I got to show you this. This is a good friend of mine, Mark, who just launched this podcast. And he did something really cool with it. And hopefully I can show you this really quick without messing it up. But it's going to open it on a bigger screen. He designed his own template. So this is all generated automatically. He designed his own branded template. It looks gorgeous, like gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we, like the Repurpose, superimposed his image from his feed, the title, and this beautiful waveform, which he customized to be blue to match his brand. So it's fully customizable. And once you design your own template, it's very simple. We give you the guidelines. You can have your designer do it for you. He's got the link to his podcast page right here. Listen to the full episode here. He is rocking it with Repurpose, and he's done a beautiful job with this template. So if you don't like the templates we have, you can upload your own.
It's just like, this is, we've now covered 4 different ways to repurpose, and that's just really the tip of the iceberg. Because when you look at the different, you might have, multiple podcasts, you might have multiple groups that you're doing Facebook Live in. So I set up one of my groups. It's not a private group, and so I did a Facebook Live with them, and then that automatically went on it was automatically saved. It was automatically put onto YouTube. It was just like, I didn't have to do anything, and that just saved me probably 2 hours of messing around with things just for one short video.
Yeah. Imagine you're doing a weekly show, or you're uploading videos every few days or every week. It's just you can just focus. You don't have to worry about the technical stuff. Just focus on, all right, I got to prepare a great talk, a great video, topic. I want to talk about this. And just all you need to do is focus on that content, which is really the most important thing.
It's interesting because it just reminded me that I need to set up a few more rules here, but I can tell you, just to give you an idea of how I'm using it. So I had my Adventures in Visibility podcast get converted to a video on YouTube. I have my Facebook videos. I had uploaded a lot of videos to Facebook over the years, and so those got sent to YouTube. My podcast I send to Dropbox to make sure that I have a backup of my audios. Facebook Live on my page goes to YouTube. Facebook Live videos get backed up in Dropbox. Then Facebook Live for my group goes to YouTube and to Dropbox, and that's just where I've started. So
awesome. And we're going to be constantly adding more and more connections, like Facebook, for example. Right now, Facebook is an input. meaning like you take your Facebook videos and you send them somewhere. But if you have a podcast and you want to share this really cool video that you just made to Facebook, we're going to add support so you can publish that to Facebook as a video.
Oh, wow.
Upload maybe snippets of video to Twitter, because Twitter likes video.
Yes.
Now, this is pretty cool. You can take, or you can do this right now, actually. You can set up a rule to send things to your Dropbox. Like for example, this video can go to your Dropbox. And with Instagram, if you're big on Instagram, you can upload videos, like shorter videos, but you can upload videos, but you have to do it from your phone. So one workaround is you can have the Dropbox app on your phone, and once Repurpose will send it to your Dropbox, then you can download it to your phone and then upload it to Instagram as a video. So there's so much thing.
There you go. Wow. Oh man. Okay.
Uploading video to Instagram. So we're just scratching the surface. We're going to add Twitter and Facebook. We're also looking at going straight from Facebook Live to podcast. And what I mean by that is as a live podcast directly live on iTunes.
Oh, wow.
So right now we send you the MP3 to your Dropbox or Google Drive, but I'm thinking, like, it's been a request for people who are using just a few popular podcast hosts like Libsyn and Blueberry, a couple of big names out there. So we want to integrate with them. So if you have an account on Libsyn, for example, if you have a podcast account there, we can connect the Libsyn here and just have it published directly to Libsyn. And once it's on Libsyn, it's live to the world. So those are the kind of things. I don't want to promise anything, but just telling you how the direction we're heading with the software is that we're going to add more and more connections and more different ways to repurpose your content.
Fantastic. Okay. So are there any questions? I mean, people have been posting in chat. And actually, Elizabeth had one here. Can you send the converted video MP3 straight to your podcast instead of just to storage? Oh, that's what you were just talking about.
Right. Yeah, that's something.
Can you send audio? I guess the audio has to come from SoundCloud or from your. Yeah, I don't know. You can't send to a SoundCloud, right?
To send, yeah, we do have a SoundCloud. Actually, I didn't even mention that. We have a SoundCloud as one of the connections. You can add a SoundCloud account. But this just to kind of clarify, SoundCloud does two things. SoundCloud is almost like the YouTube, but for audio. But it's also a podcast feed host. It does two different things. What we support is just uploading your content to SoundCloud as almost like the SoundCloud for YouTube, just as an audio file, not as a podcast feed. There's a subtle difference inside of SoundCloud, but SoundCloud is another good place to upload your audios. If you have an account there, you can get.
Yeah, that's where I put my my podcast.
Yeah, so Elizabeth's asking, can I send my podcast audio file straight to podcast host? That's what we're looking to integrate with the big players in the podcasting world, like Libsyn and a few others, podcast websites, and a few other, like 3 or 4 different hosting companies. Right. You want to send them over.
Okay, and Barbara said, can I send videos from Google Drive to Instagram? So you can't auto-publish onto Instagram, Correct. But if you have saved it to Google Drive, if you've saved the video to Google Drive, then you can upload it from your phone to Instagram if it's in Drive, and Drive is on your phone, which most people have it there. So it's faster way to get it there.
Exactly, it's a faster way to get it there. Just show up, and you can download it to your phone. Just save it to your photo library, and then open up Instagram and hit publish, or however you normally upload. Yeah. So you can upload a video. So it's a 2-step process, but it's not. I wish Instagram let us do this automatically because we'd be all over it, but they don't allow you to send content without.
Yeah. There's only one tool I know of that you can publish directly your images. So
I'm looking at stuff, but technically it's not.
Yeah, I know. Not supposed to.
I don't want to step on anyone's toes, right? I want to keep playing by the rules.
Yeah. Play by the rules. You don't want to get shut down. So do you want to tell them about the software?
Yeah. So I wanted to give you guys do something special for Denise, because she is one of the founding members of this Repurpose app. So if you guys are interested, there's kind of two different offers here. If you're interested in Repurpose, I'm going to do something that I haven't done before. So this is like really fresh. I just came up with this late last night. So you're going to get, like, normally Repurpose is $20 a month for the content marketing plan, which is the full plan that you see that does everything we saw in this demo. So to get that is $20 a month, $240 a year. I'm going to basically, give you guys a special discount. I didn't put the timer on here, but I do want to do it by Friday at midnight. I'll add the timer here. Mm-hmm. So Friday, midnight Eastern, and give you guys a chance to give this a go, and you will save 25% off the price, and which is $60 a year. So it's going to cost $179. But I'm also going to give you the Facebook Live plugin as well, just for you guys here on this webinar. So not only are you going to get the plugin itself, you're going to get lifetime access to that plugin, which is normally $67 a year.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. So if you decide to give it a go, this is the yearly subscription. So you sign up for the yearly subscription, and you get the plugin for free for life. As long as you're a customer, you keep getting the plugin for free, and you get a huge discount. Like, no one has this page. This is a special page. And yeah, that's basically. And there's this. Our normal policy is there's no refunds, but because you guys are committing for the year, and this is something I'm experimenting with, the yearly plans, basically it's 30-day satisfaction, which means that after 30 days, you don't like it, we're going to refund you the 11 months. You know what I mean? So you're only going to pay for the 1 month, if that makes sense to you. You know what I mean? You're not gonna,
I think so. Yes.
The 12, you're paying $179 for the whole year.
Right.
And let's say after the first 29 days, you tell me this is not what I need. We're gonna refund you 11 out of those 12 months.
Right. So that includes the Simple Social Press plugin for your WordPress site, which enables you to do what we first showed, which was Facebook Live to WordPress, automatically creating a blog post for you. Yes. That also includes all those goodies where you can set up your player so that it has an email opt-in and a link to something you might want to be selling. And I mean, that's a really good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. I want to do something special. I mean, people are taking the time. People are still around for this past hour.
I think I was the first one to say I wanted to do a webinar too.
Yeah, you've been supporting it from day one. So I wanted you and your audience to have something.
Well, my audience knows that I am like such a huge repurposing advocate that this just made total sense. I don't promote very many things that, at all. But this is just like, hello.
So, I mean, it's so new, like not new. I don't want to say it's new. It's just so almost like, wow, this is almost too good to be true kind of thing. It's
yeah. I mean, what you've done.
Yeah,
Let me just put, make sure I'm sending to the right links here. So repurpose.io/Denise.
Yeah. So this is really fresh.
Okay. So the link is in the chat. And so yes.
Yeah.
The link is in the chat.
The link is in the chat. Let me see if any questions are. Oh, I lost that window.
I'm just so blown away by this, and that's why I wanted to get it in front of you guys, because, YouTube has a humongous audience. Facebook has a humongous audience. If you just used it for Facebook Live to YouTube, that alone is going to save you hours, And I'm happy to answer, questions on, strategy. If you have if you decide to buy it and you have strategy questions, I'm happy to answer those questions for you too, because I'm, been looking at how to do all this. And because repurposing is such a big part of my business, I like to look at how that all works together. So If you get it, let me know. And actually, I'll throw in a 30-minute. I can't believe I just said that. I'll throw in a 30-minute strategy session with you too, because I know that sometimes is like, okay, now exactly how do I do this? So I'll do that too.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, because if you have a good game plan, and you set up the rules based on that game plan, then you're coasting. You're just making content. You're not even worrying about anything else. You just make the content every week, every few days.
Exactly. And now that I know I can't believe I did that either, but I love you guys. I want to support you. I want you to be successful with this. And video is so huge, and it really makes the most difference. I mean, everywhere I've been, like, I was at Social Media Marketing World last month, and video. I mean, that's all anybody talked about, video, and live video especially. And, I'd be happy to talk with you about your strategy for how you use live video and what you can do with it. And now that Facebook has made it so that you can do it from your desktop, see, I don't like doing it from my phone because it feels like, I'm kind of all over the place. But doing it with a webcam from your desktop, totally game changer. So anyway, if you get it, I will do a 30-minute strategy session with you.
That's awesome. So I think that's a perfect complimentary service, because it's really valuable.
And I'll tell you the other thing. I can't throw this in because it's not just mine, but Lou Bortone, the king of video godfather, he and I are doing a live video challenge in May. So if you take that, this is really going to help you. You're going to be ahead of everybody getting your stuff out. So we haven't, got that up and posted and for registration, but I've been getting a lot of requests for, can you do a live video challenge? And it's like, okay, I'll do that. And I'm going to partner with, Mr. Video. So
you're going to have so much content, and it's all going to show up on YouTube automatically.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So just so you know. So Hani, Barbara says, thanks for sharing your brilliance.
Totally my pleasure. Thanks for being here and sticking around, and I hope you enjoyed. So you learned about not only the tools, but also like just thinking about how where your content lives is very, very important. And each platform has got its purpose.
Yeah. So I know we're a bit past the hour. Oh, we're 20 minutes past the top of the hour. Okay, so we're just getting all excited about this stuff. Thank you Hani, for sharing and doing this demo of your products. I just love what you've created, as you can tell. And for those of you who were with us live, I appreciate your time, and I hope that this is something that you will implement into your business. There's very few things I tell you to buy, but, I like you to make up your mind, and obviously, is it right for you? But this is a game changer for creating content. This is a game changer. And I believe in making things easy. I believe in making things, available to expanded audiences, because you never know where your audience is hanging out. And you want to get in front of new people. We always have to be getting in front of new people. So I hope that you'll take Hani up on this incredibly generous offer. And,
And you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I share this with some people who I think now would be very interested in this, can they go ahead by the end of Friday midnight and still take advantage of this, or what's your thought?
Yeah.
Sure. We'll be posting the video too as a replay. So.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks.
And Elizabeth, Denise at DeniseWakeman.com is best way to reach me and let me know that you have, because I don't have anything set up, obviously. I don't have anything automated to set up. So just send me an email that you've purchased it, and we'll get you set up for a strategy session.
Leave my email here as well. If anybody's got questions or runs into any issues, you can email me directly. We have a support email, but you can email me directly. as well. Feel
Cool.
free. Happy to hear from anybody. So yeah, don't hesitate if you get stuck or whatever, anything you need, questions they think of tomorrow or tonight, just shoot me an email. I'd love to hear from you.
Okay. So by Friday, the deal is good.
Midnight
and
Eastern.
You can send
I'll
them
put a
to this.
timer on this page as soon as we're done.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
So I'm glad. Thank you, Denise, for giving me the opportunity to present.
Oh,
I love the energy. Like I get excited, you get excited. Yeah, people in the chat are getting excited, so I love it. I love it. It's so
tell
fun.
the world.
Yeah, no, but it's just like I think automation. You think, oh, like robots, and this is not good, and you're not personal anymore. But this is automating the boring stuff that you don't need to be doing, and not automating the content you're creating.
Yeah. You're just automating the tools.
The tools,
so that so that your content can reach more people, and that's really what it's all about. So, all right, I'm going to let you all go. Shamez, thank you. So, honey is a secret that needs to be unlocked. Well, we're working on that. Definitely working on that. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording here. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up and getting excited about this too, because obviously